My sister says she eats a stew made out of puppies. Melinda says she takes the puppies when they're at their absolute cutest, when they've got all that extra skin, and just tosses them in a pot of boiling water with some carrots, and that's her dinner. Being a kid is hard. Just ask Haven Kimmel, aka Zippy. With parents who let her get away with almost anything, you'd think she has it easy. But with neighborhood bullies who take cats captive in their basement, grocery store owners who are no help whatsoever, and neighbors who are out to get you, this girl has a lot to deal with in her childhood. But with her zipping personality, aside from a few setbacks, Zippy will conquer growing up. A Girl Named Zippy by Haven Kimmel. When I told my mom about the puppy stew, she just spawed. I asked her, wasn't the fact that Edith was all the time trying to kill my best cat, Petink? And she said that Edith just didn't like cats in her yard and that Petink always got away safely. I asked her, wasn't it true that at her last church picnic, Edith had brought cookies that appeared to be covered in snot? Now you're just being ridiculous. What were they made of then, huh? Well, I'm sure I can't say, but only because I didn't taste them. Aha! You didn't taste them because they came out of Edith's nose, that's why. You're shameless. We should feel nothing but pity for that old woman. I was convinced Edith ate puppy stew in order to give her strength to put spells on people. I thought this because my sister had also mentioned in passing that if Edith got me in a hardcore eye lock, she could draw me right into her house. When I pressed for the details of what Edith would do to me when she had me, my sister Melinda became uncharacteristically silent. Tell me! I have to know! I have to know how to protect myself! Well, sweetheart, you know she hates all of us, but especially you. There isn't anything really you can do about it. Why? Why does she hate me so much? I've never done anything to her. She hates you because she and Mom used to be best friends, and then you came and broke up their friendship by demanding so much attention. And so she just hates little, but especially babies, especially you. But didn't she know I was going to get born when Mom was pregnant? Couldn't they have just worked something out then? What, Lindy, what? I don't think I should be the one to tell you. Tell me what? Mom doesn't want you to know yet, but I think you're old enough. You're adopted. Mom was never pregnant with you. Oh, this explains so many things. I couldn't think of any right offhand, but I knew my life was about to become tragically clear to me. Mom! How could you not tell me I was adopted? Don't you think I have a right to know? And who are my real parents anyway? Gypsies, honey. Gypsies? Really? Yes, I thought we managed a very wise trade. Gypsies? In Moorland? They were just passing through. We heard them long before they arrived, because their horses and their wagons were all covered with bells. It's quite lovely. And they were led in town by a pack of wolves who, during the full moon, stand up and preach. They were such a sight. What did you trade for me? A green velvet bag. A velvet bag? Who wants a stupid bag? Well, it was a very special bag. It had no bottom. Joke's on them! Oh, it looked like it had a bottom. It looked just like a normal bag, except that you could just keep putting stuff in it. It was like the human heart, sweetie. There was no end to what it could hold. If you had such a great bag, then why did you trade it for me? The gypsies were camped out down at the school playground, and one night your dad and I were drawn by the preaching wolves. And just before we left, we peeked inside one of the wagons, and there you were, lying on a sheepskin rug in a pool of lantern light. We took one look at you, and it was just like falling in love. Plus, you were born with a tail. I stood on the front step for a moment, contemplating the news. Mom and Dad picked me up from the gypsies, and Mom had to tend to me, plus there was all the trouble with removing my tail. And Mom and Eth couldn't talk as much anymore, and Eth got really mad and jealous, and Eth had gone on hating me just as much as the day I arrived in the caravan, and nothing would ever stop it unless she could lure me into her house with her evil eye and squeeze my thumbs. The story snapped itself clear in my mind like a mousetrap. The most important thing was that I was a gypsy.